I carry in my wallet a little silver piece that says, "I will be with you always," given to me by Erin Kramp's husband. And I think the spirit of her is with me and with everybody who ever saw that show. Every mother who saw that show will never forget Erin Kramp. Well, a few years ago, my guests today were enjoying the good life, happily married with successful careers, a beautiful one-year-old daughter, Peyton. But on January 20th of 1994, during a ski vacation, Erin made a discovery that would change their lives forever. And that discovery was?
A breast lump, breast cancer.
She was a mother dying of cancer who knew that she was dying and accepted that she was dying. Well, Erin has been fighting to live, but has also been preparing to die in an extraordinary way for hours and hours. She has sat before a video camera, recorded all of her motherly wisdom to guide her daughter, Peyton, who is 6, when she is no longer here. Just take a look.
I'll be watching over you. I'll be with you. You'll feel me on your wedding day. I'll be there watching you. I'll be watching there with you with your firstborn, your children, your family, your husband. It's your children, Peyton. I'll watch over them as well.
So when did you decide to do this?
The first time that we were diagnosed with breast cancer, I immediately sat in bed before the surgery and thought, I have so much to tell her, I can't leave now. And so I had to figure out a way to get it out, because you want to tell them all 18 years worth of advice to a 1 or 2-year-old. It doesn't work. So immediately got up the next day and just started. I had to find a conduit. And
so you started videotaping. And now you have, what, volumes of videotapes?
I don't
divided into different sections. And the volumes of hours of videotape Erin has recorded. She's covered all the bases important to a young girl growing up. Even after her death, Peyton will be able to turn to her mother for some girl talk. Just listen to this.
These are things that maybe Daddy can't teach you. And hopefully I'll be around to teach you. But if I'm not, you got the information, or some of it. Try to pick out makeup that makes it look natural, like you're not wearing any makeup. It's a trick where you have to work with the makeup artist and make sure you work in natural lighting and make sure that the makeup doesn't look like you're wearing much. Never get your hair cut if you're going through a difficult emotional time. That's what my mom always said, or your grandma. If you're going to buy clothes, try to buy timeless clothes. Don't try to buy faddish clothes. Because the fashion clothes go out of style, and so you end up spending more money over the years than if you just bought like a classic blazer type thing or a classic dress that you know is going to be timeless.
Because she was so honest and open and left all of those many, many tapes on everything from how to wear makeup and how to choose a boyfriend and accepting Daddy's new girlfriend after I'm dead and what to do at your first prom, and when you kiss a boy, and when you fall in love, and when you get married, and all of those things, all the things that I think so many parents take for granted, or you just accept and expect to happen in your life. I think she changed the way a lot of people parented, the way a lot of people looked at their own children and their own life, and certainly I know for sure that there have been other mothers, women who knew they were dying of breast cancer or any other form of disease that was terminal, that other women have followed in her footsteps, preparing the way for their own death with their children.
When it comes to your husband, pick a very, very nice guy who has a lot of backbone. A nice guy cares about you, wants to protect you, wants you to be happy in life, wants to encourage you at what you're good at. But make sure he also has backbone. That when something might hurt you, that he'll stand up for you or stand up for himself. You won't get trampled on. So it's a fine line. But your daddy, marry someone like your daddy, you'll be all set.
What's been the hardest for you, Doug?
the hardest thing is watching Erin go through treatment. The cancer has not caused her as much pain as the chemotherapy treatments, and watching the effect on Erin, and watching, you know, just having to work with Peyton and kind of substitute mom when there's nothing better than the real thing has been the toughest.
I'm convinced it's much harder to be my husband or my family going through this as opposed to me.
Really? Why?
I know what pain I'm going through physically, and I can handle it. But to watch, you know, your parents watch you possibly go before them, or your husband standing there and holding me through a painful procedure where I have to scream out and him just holding my hand through it. I get the release, he doesn't. It's hard.
Well, one of my all-time favorite guests on this show is not somebody who's famous, but everywhere I go to this day, people ask me about Erin Kramp and tell me how moved they were by her story. Just yesterday, we visited Erin at home in Texas to see how she's doing in this fight for her life.
Hi, Oprah. It's so nice to speak with you again, and I continue in my fight against breast cancer. And since the last time we've talked, the mechanics have gotten a little more difficult. I'm not able to drive. I'm not able to prepare a meal. Since I last saw you, I grew resistant to the drugs, so I had a backslide. So at this point in time, I'm willing to try anything that will definitely extend my life.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to learn these. I'm trying. The moments I spend with Peyton are very special to me. You get to be childlike yourself and forget what's going on otherwise. I just live day to day. This last year has been totally focused on just living for the moment, living in the moment, and enjoying everything around me.
Erin has made such an impression on my life and everyone who works on this show. Sadly, she died last year. But even in her death, she is helping her family cope with their loss. Take a look.
Peyton and I are coping better than I could have ever imagined. And that's not to say that it's easy every day, because it's not. I mean, just as I said, Peyton, you know, misses her mom. She misses the touch. She misses her smile, seeing that physical presence in her life. Erin did not want Peyton to grow up not knowing mother.
Somehow, Erin found the strength to buy Peyton gifts and write letters that will be opened every Christmas and birthday until she turns 16. There's even a wedding present tucked away.
It's just a way of staying connected to keep her mother close to her heart.
Erin and Doug didn't shield their young daughter from discussions of death.
We made it okay to talk about death. So when we go to the cemetery now, it's a celebration.
Recently, they went to celebrate Erin's favorite season, fall. It's one of the many ways they keep her memory alive.
Hello, Mom. You made your grave feel as flawless. Hope you like it. Just thank you for making this a wonderful, great day. We love you, Mom.
Like Peyton, you know, I miss Erin's physical presence. I miss the chemistry that we had. But you know what? Her spirit is so beautiful. It is still so beautiful. And I feel it so strongly. It makes me able to handle this as well as we're handling it.
I am so proud that we were able to put her message of pure love and inspiration and willingness to face death. That we were able to do that. I'm proud to be the carrier of that message. And several years later, I ran in a breast cancer walk, and I carried her name and wore her name and number in memory of her, because I think that was a powerful life. That was a powerful life. It's a name that may not go down in the history books, and not everybody in the world will know her, but her impact was powerful, it was strong, and it was lasting.